For football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Former Seminole back home in Florida. It's Dalvin Cook. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw is Brissett. And he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Not only a fumble loss there, but a fumble lost on your first drive in your own territory.
Now you're dealing with a lot of stuff here because you feel bad going off the field because you gave up the football. How does your own defense feel now having to go out there and stop them when the momentum is clearly shifted in their favor?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Here's Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Throwing on 2nd down. Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Now Allen. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now on 2nd and 13. Brissett to Jefferson on the slant. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, they were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
The first down throw for Brissett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On first down, Allen. He gets it left side to Johnson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Now Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 7, Vikings nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Brissett sets to throw it. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. They'll run with Cook, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
6-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Brissett. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control?
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. 1 play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line. Here
are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Brissett. Going deep here for Landry. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Blocked by Antoine Winfield Jr. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next year?
Potentially. Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Another try after the first down sack. Allen. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 11. Brings up 3rd and 8.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Allen. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. But one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the 38, Brissett. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Big Vita Vea pushing his way through to wind up with a sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. It's 3rd and long for Brissett. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Complete.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
He was covered by Antoine Winfield.
once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And in the air once more, it's Brissett. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
The second down pass intercepted. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
To the air, Allen hit. He lost the football. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Their own 28-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. The left side completion to Jones. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line.
Taken down.
They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and forever. Allen going to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Second and 10 now from the 27. From the gun, here's Brissett.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Brissett. And that is incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Mike 54. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Throwing on first down is Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
By the Vikings.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Brissett rolling to his right. His throw incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. 3rd down here.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 3rd down, Brissett. He's going to go up top for the end zone. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They begin with a quick throw out left. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On second and inches, Allen firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Allen. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. They go back to the ground with Jones. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Vikings 35-yard line.
Allen now looks to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On first down, it's Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
55, Mike, 55. Watch the twist, watch the twist. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Here's Allen to throw it. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
Loss of 14. Brings up 3rd down.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and forever.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. That's a party now.
From the gun, Allen being chased out left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They run. Cook. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Brissett sets to throw it to Jefferson on the slant. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Allen. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. This is Jones. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
4th and 1.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
A 31-yard attempt.
Rosa's kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And this carries into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th. Middle of the field to Jefferson.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9.
Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brissett.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
3rd down and 1 yard to go.
The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Out of the gun, Brissett. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 35. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no option. You have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, it will make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 24. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Rosas lining up for the...
And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is now 24. And a a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And now here is another interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. So after the INT, it's Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Going for it all. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The jet sweep. This is Johnson. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1.
Stop short of the
no gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. On the jet sweep, this is Johnson. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them, because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And now off to the races down the right side. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Now let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious? And now here is another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. Tight dog. Mike, 55.
So Allen's going to look to throw. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
3rd and goal.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Kill. Mike spot 4.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
54. So don't say nothing.
Brissett on 1st down. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
1st down, Vikings.
A 1st down throw for Brissett. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
On the bootleg, it's Brissett sliding out of the pocket. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Tyler Johnson, the one he was looking for. But it'll be second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Throwing is Allen on third. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on third. Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it. So this offense, which was humming all game, ends on a negative play. We didn't see many of those as he takes the knee, but what an explosion and a good win.
Can we call it a negative positive play?
There you go.
An oxymoron to end the ball game.
And they can watch the clock go down and celebrate the victory. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Buccaneers, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Atlanta Falcons next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying